Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Creative Witchy Mama, or a huge welcome to those that are brand new here. I talk about all things crunchy mum, solo mum, controversial topics, everything in between. I haven't really done like a bit of an intro into myself for a while. And, obviously there's been new followers. I've been off the radar for a little bit too. So I just thought I would do a little bit of a rundown of, the things that I discuss here, and if it's of interest to you. Look, I am a solo mum to a little boy. I'm actually now pregnant now with my second, both little IVF miracles. I chose this journey after a very, very long discovery path, but obviously I believe that it chose me, and I was meant to go on that long path of discovery to get there, to get to the decision that I did want to be a mum, and that I was happy to raise them by myself. Now, since having my son, I have met a lovely partner. So I am with someone, although we are in a long distance relationship. So I still have no hands on support. Hopefully, one day that will change. A little bit more about me. I run a couple of small businesses. I'm a digital artist, and I love designing fabrics. I make headscarves. I make bibs and heat packs and eye pillows, and I design all my own fabric. It's a bit of a passion of mine. I've always been into arts and crafts. And then more recently, I have become a Reiki master. So I do a lot of energy healing, sound healing too. I have a business partner. We run a lovely wellness business here in Melbourne. So those that are in Melbourne, I can pop the link in below, and you can come and check out we do women's circles, but we also do like distance Reiki healing. So it's not just for those that are local, but we do see people in person as well. And yeah, like I have been on such a big journey. I guess like everyone, I'm 41 now. My life has just taken so many different turns. I'm not originally from Australia. I'm from the UK. I came out here almost 20 years ago now. I followed a love that I had at the time, and we were together for quite a few years, and things didn't work out. And yeah, it then took me on new journeys, new paths, and I guess through that time, I was very much on this consumerism path. I wanted a good job. I believed that money is what my wealth looked like. However, after I guess many years now of reflection, I think COVID was a huge turning point as well. And I really understood where a lot of my beliefs and values sat. Um, I have really stepped away from that. I've really tapped into my more spiritual side. As you can see up here, I really enjoy getting out oracle cards. I love reading them and using them as, I guess, as a bit of a tool, not just to help me, but to read for others too. I collect a lot of crystals. I don't know if you can see much up the back here, but there's some on the top shelf, and also down here too. I love my crystals. I truly believe that our beautiful Mother Earth has given us just so much beauty. And it's there for us to use for, for our health, for our well-being, for our mental state. Music, these things, like, oh, I just, yeah. Uh, that's where I'm sat now, and I threw away, I suppose, not threw away. I kind of came through the life of wanting things. Things now to me are just, they're just that, they're just things. Even all my collections behind me, if I needed to, I could walk away. with my crystals, I do love to keep them because I draw them too. So they hold a bit of a special place, but more because I love the story behind them. I love, where they've come from. I like learning about that. Um, and yeah, so I've kind of come through this very difficult journey, and I'm not going to go too far into, to anything, but yeah, then it kind of led me to wanting to become a mum in my mid 30s. I always said I didn't want children, always loved children, always, I have a big kid spirit in me. So always got on very well with kids. They kind of flocked to me, but always said, no, it's not for me. And then this whole, I think, inner healing happened. I was raised by a single mum, and that was the one thing I never wanted for myself or children. So, but what I've managed to do is do that, obviously, because I'm now a solo mum. But there's a difference, I think, because I've chosen this path. A lot of single parents, they go into it in the hope and dream that they're there with their partners. I've chosen this path, and I feel like I've broken a cycle, a cycle that I didn't even realize was there. I didn't realize I had this fear of being a single mum, really. But then I had to use it as my power. It's powerful being a solo mum. It's so powerful, and the job is just, it's incredible. It's challenging, but it is so, so rewarding. So, yeah, my life has changed a lot. And look, I get on here and I talk about all these different topics. I talk about, my my career in sales. I get on. I do sound healing. I talk about my Reiki business, being a crunchy mum, so living low tox. I make a lot of products using essential oils and raw materials. I talk about spiritual things. I also like to cover topics that are a little bit controversial. I don't vaccinate my son, so that is quite controversial for a lot of people. I think our immune system is amazing. We have to nourish it, but it's there for a reason. I just believe that, all the chemicals that have been put in, it's just propping up a huge conglomerate pharmaceutical business. So, yeah, I like to talk about these things and cover them. I also like to cook and make lots of things myself. So I share lots of these things on here. So if this sounds interesting to you, please stick around, hit the subscribe. And yeah, welcome to the channel. And thank you for those that keep tuning on in. I guess this was just a bit of a refresher. For those that already tune in, already know a lot about my life. But it's really nice, I think, for those that have kind of stepped on in halfway through, to have a bit of a rundown of me and all the topics that I do cover, because I do cover quite a lot of topics. So yeah, if this sounds interesting to you, I look forward to seeing you return. And so until next time, thank you so much. Bye.